It's my baby. My baby. I can turn on my baby. Hello, my name is Timmy. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing my July wrap-up and August TBR. In my June wrap-up and July TBR video, I mentioned 5 books for my July TBR, and I read 4 out of those books, but those 4 books are not the only books I read in the month of July. I read that and a novella. So in total this month I read 11 books, 9 books and 2 novellas. I read a total of 6 books in the week of Booktubeathon, so if you want to see what those books are and my opinion on them, I would leave a link to my Booktubeathon wrap-up video, so check it out. So let's just get right into my July wrap-up. The first book I picked up is Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is the second book in the Shatter Me trilogy. This series is a dystopian that takes place in a fantasy world, or at least it's supposed to be a dystopian. It's about a girl, Juliet, whose touch is lethal, so if you touch her or she touches you, you die, pretty much. So I said in my June wrap-up that I did not enjoy Shatter Me. I didn't like it, I didn't dislike it, I just feel indifference towards it. Now the writing, like I said in that video, I really enjoy Tahereh Mafi's writing. I think honestly if it wasn't for her writing, I wouldn't continue on this series. I think her writing is what makes this series so interesting, and that keeps me going back, because honestly I don't like anything about it. Majority of the people who read Shatter Me agrees that it's not a great first book and that it does get better in Unravel Me. So does it get better in Unravel Me? Yes. But honestly I think the real question is, how better does it get? For me personally, it gets just a tiny bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little. In Shatter Me, we really didn't get to see the world. We really didn't get to see the dystopian aspect of this. So going into Unravel Me, when people said it got better, I thought, oh, we will get to see the world better. We'll get to learn more about this corrupt government that this dystopian novel is supposed to be about. But it doesn't happen. I mean, we learn a little more about it, but not a great deal. For a dystopian novel, we just don't get to see and learn about this world as much as we need to, as much as we want to. I'm not making any sense right now. So about the love triangle, which, let's be honest, this series is just a big romance series. I think everyone and their mom knows who Juliet ends up with. I know, I was spoiled before I started reading this series at all that she ends up with who she ends up with. I don't want to say it, but okay, so Adam and Juliet. I'm not a big fan of Adam and Juliet. I don't enjoy them together. Warner and Juliet, I especially don't like together. I just think it's unhealthy. I don't think he loves her. I think he thinks he loves her, and I think it's just confusing infatuation with love. He's fascinated by her, he's infatuated by her, and he thinks he loves her. I find their relationship unhealthy, very unhealthy. These are 2 messed up people that need help. And don't get me started on Juliet. Throughout this book, she is very annoying. She just thinks about herself and no one else, and is just so selfish and self-absorbed and annoying throughout this book. Kenji, of course, is fantastic. Is still the best part of this book, this whole series. I love Kenji. I appreciate his character, and thank God he's in this book, because Lord, thank God for Kenji. I don't know what else to say about this book, but I will say that if you are looking for a dystopian, if you're a lover of dystopian and you maybe want to read this book because you're like, oh my gosh, dystopian, I love dystopians. If you want to read this because of the dystopian aspect, I don't think you will enjoy it, so I would not recommend it. It's just a big romance novel disguised as a dystopian. Honestly, yeah, I liked it better than Shatter Me, but not by much at all. I will be reading the last book in August. I'm going to be picking it up actually today. I am not looking forward to picking it up actually, because I have heard things about it and I believe them. I mean, I'm gonna read it and experience it for myself, but I don't think reading the last book will make me like this series. I mean, I don't dislike it. Okay, maybe I dislike it a little bit, but yeah, I'm just on it. I think that's pretty much what I feel about this book. If you want to discuss it more, hit me up on Twitter. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I give this 3 out of 5 stars. After that, I went on to read Fractionally by Tara Mafi. This is a novella 2.5. This novella follows Adam in the events after Unravel Me, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this novella. I enjoyed reading from Adam's point of view. From reading Fractionally, even if I didn't know who Tara Mafi was going to make Juliet end up with, I think from Fractionally I can pretty much determine that. In my opinion, she didn't give Adam a chance at all. Now by that I don't mean Adam a chance at Juliet. I'm saying giving Adam a chance, or giving us a chance to really get to know Adam. It doesn't even get as much pages. I don't even think it gets half of the pages that Warner got. From that, I can very much tell that Tara Mafi favors Warner. From what we read in the what happened, I really liked Adam. I really enjoyed. I appreciated the choices he made and his reasoning. I thought it was totally rational. But I don't know, I just feel like Tara Mafi didn't even give us anything about him. He didn't give us anything to learn. I mean, this is a point of view. Now, a lot of people dislike this novella because they don't understand why Adam would choose his brother. Now, his reasoning was very rational and it made sense. Of course he's gonna pick his brother, duh! Anyone in their right brain will pick their brother. And not just like my brother, like it's my little brother. It's what, 10, 12, 5, 7 years? I don't even remember how old James is. It's a little boy compared to a grown-ass adult who has fucking crazy powers. Of course, I'm gonna go for my brother. He cannot handle himself like this other person can. And I'm totally spoiling you, but I'm so sorry. I just have to talk about it. So I don't know why people would get mad that Juliet is not his first priority. Hello? 17-year-old girl who has crazy powers to what, 7-year-old boy who doesn't have crazy powers. It was also interesting to see one scene that we saw from Juliet's point of view in Unravel Me to really in Adam's point of view, because there was a difference. Like in Unravel Me, while they were eating breakfast, she said that she didn't eat anything, she didn't have appetite to eat anything, but Adam was saying she kept eating a grain of rice, 1 grain of rice at a time. She kept eating 1 grain of rice at a time, and little things like that happened to where she said something completely different. And Adam also mentioned some things that she kept repeating to herself under her breath that she didn't say anything about in Unravel Me. I thought that was interesting. I really liked it. I read some reviews where people were saying, oh, it started where we already read from Unravel Me and it was boring. She just wanted to skip past that part. But I think there was a reason why Tara Mafi did that. I think she showed us that scene again from Adam's point of view to just kind of really tell us how much of an unreliable narrator Juliet is. A lot of people also were mad at Adam that he kept on saying that Juliet wasn't strong enough to come and fight with them. They were like, oh, he doesn't believe in her, it's not the right choice for her. Now, I totally agree with Adam. She's not trained to fight. She doesn't want to use her power. She wasn't prepared. She couldn't fight. She couldn't protect herself, really. Like, it's the truth. And I think they should have sat her back, because what happens when you go to war with someone who cannot really stand their own, you have to keep looking back and making sure they're okay, is that you're distracted throughout. You can't really give it your 100% because you're busy making sure, looking back and making sure that they're okay. They didn't die yet. And guess what the fuck happened? She didn't even throw one punch and she was taken. She saw the wreckage, she saw everything that was going on, and she froze and got herself taken. Like, she wasn't emotionally stable, she wasn't physically stable at all. She wasn't in any way ready. But because this is a fantasy, of course, you know, they're gonna write it as, you know, whatever. I'm done talking about Juliet, honestly. I'm done talking about this. Anyways, I I gave this novella 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading from Adam's point of view. And the next book I picked up after that is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second of the Gracia trilogy. Oh, baby. If you watched my June wrap up, you would know that I really loved the first one. I'm in love with this series. I really enjoy Shadow and Bone. I love this world. I really enjoy reading about this world. Leigh Bardugo's writing is so fantastic. It is engaging. I really just love everything about this world. I love the characters. We got some new characters in this book. Nikolai, I think that's his name. I really enjoy his character. I mean, it's not the Darkling, it's not Bae, but like, I still enjoy this character. My favorite is still the Darkling. My baby, my love. I love him so much. Yes, after reading Siege and Storm, I still love the Darkling. It's still my bae, you know. I love him, you know. I'm in this, we're in this together, you know. I mean, I don't agree with some of the things that he does, but like, you know, it's still bae. I really love where everything went in this book. Towards the end, I wanted to kill a character. You guys, I think you guys probably know what character that is. And I'm so happy he died instantly. Okay, no spoilers, but I really enjoy this. I love where everything's going, and I cannot wait to read Rune Rising. I know a lot of people don't like Rune Rising because they think it is not a good conclusion, but I cannot wait to read it, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint me. I'm hoping I like it because I love this series so much. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Next, I picked up the last book in a series that I am absolutely in love with. This series is so dear to my heart. It is one of my favorite series of all time now. I love it, and that is End of Days by Suzanne E. It is the last book in the Perrin and the End of Days trilogy. Oh my god, this was a fun book. This was a fantastic book. I loved it. I loved it. I love this series so much. I think this was a fantastic book, but I do have to say it was not the best conclusion. As a book, if this was just another book in this series, I think it would be just fantastic. This was amazing. It was action-packed. Now, as a conclusion to a fantastic series, not my favorite. Not my favorite. I have to say, it deserved more. These characters deserved more. Penryn and Raffi deserved more. I mean, it's not horrible at all. It's still a good conclusion, but I think the series just deserved a much better conclusion. I think honestly this series needed one more book. When I got to this part of the book, look, this was just a couple pages to the end. I was freaking out. Like, wait, is this really the end? I honestly went on Google and started Googling, like, is this the last book? Because how are we gonna conclude it? So I kept reading, and when I got to the end, I wasn't satisfied. I'll never be satisfied. I wanted more. That's all I have to say right now. I wanted more. Suzanne, I hope maybe one day you write a novella, something. Just give me something. When it came to reading this book, I was conflicted because I love this series so much, and given the last book, anything less than 5 stars is just something I can't do. So I went ahead and gave this 5 stars on Goodreads. But if I'm honest with myself, I give this 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book I read in the month of July is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. This is the last book in the Anna and the French Kiss companion YA contemporary series. Yeah, so Isla wasn't that great. So in the beginning, I thought Isla was good. I was enjoying it. It was fun. It was cute. I really loved Isla. I loved Isla and Josh. I love Josh. I loved them. I thought it was cute, and I was reading it. I was like, oh, and I couldn't put it down in the beginning. I just couldn't do it. If I had to run an errand, I'm just like, no, I want to read Isla and the Happily Ever After. So yeah, in the beginning, everything was great. It was cool. It was fantastic. Oh Lord. And then we got to the middle part, and things just went left. Isla got really annoying. So Isla has been in love with Josh since their freshman year in college. They go to soap together. And honestly, it was cute at the beginning, right? And then it got to a point where in some places it got really weird and like unhealthy kind of. And I was just like, ugh. I get really frustrated with Isla, and at some points I just can't read it and I'm just like, oh, go away, go away, go away, bitch. I can't deal with you anymore, go away. I honestly didn't think I could finish this book because Isla was just so fucking annoying, frustrating, and just ugh. It went from 100 to 0 real quick, man. Isla just gets on my nerves. She says these crazy things and she thinks these stupid things and she, oh, look, I marked this right here. At a point she's like, I don't even belong to a single country. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. Bitch, you don't belong to a single country because you belong to two. Like, I don't understand your craziness. Oh, Isla, how you frustrate me so. This definitely is my least favorite out of the 3 books. Anna still remains my fave, and then Lola, and then Isla, definitely. You know what? Isla is like my fave, man. At the beginning, I thought they were so cute. I honestly put them as a couple on the level of Anna and Etienne. And by the end of everything, I was like, definitely not. You're nothing like my babies, okay? You're nothing like Anna and Etienne. I really love Josh though. I really love Josh. I would have loved to know more about Josh. I don't think we really got enough of him in this book. One other thing is that this, I can't really decide if or not it is insta love. It felt like it, but at the same time it didn't. It's kind of weird. I didn't enjoy it like the other books. I give this 3 out of 5 stars. Those are all the books that I have for my July wrap up. Like I said, I read other books this month for the week of Booktubeathon, and I will link my Booktubeathon wrap up video in the description, so check that out. Now moving on to my August TBR. The first book I am picking up in the month of August is Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. It is the last book in the Shadow Me trilogy, and to be honest, I'm not really looking forward to it. Next, I'm going to be reading a really exciting book, and that is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. The play is written by Jack Thorne, and of course the story is by J.K. Rowling. I am so excited to be reading this book. I am so excited to be back in the Harry Potter world, but I'm kind of skeptical into going to this book because I've been hearing mixed reviews about it. Actually, mostly not so good things about it, so I don't know. I'm excited to read it though and kind of see how, just be back in the wizarding world. But honestly, I'm scared because I cannot give a low rating to a Harry Potter book. I can't do it. The least I've given a Harry Potter book is 4 stars, and I just cannot think about just giving a Harry Potter book anything less than 4 stars. So hopefully I like this, because Harry Potter, are you kidding me? I'm excited to read this one. And next, I'm going to be going on a journey with my baby. I'm going to be reading Runner Rising by Leigh Bardugo. It is the 3rd and last book in the Grisha trilogy. I'm not excited to be reading this book because it is the last one, and I just don't want to say goodbye to my boo, you know? I want to say goodbye. I don't want to. But I'm excited to see where things went from the end of Siege and Storm, because Siege and Storm was so good. And the next book that I'm going to be reading is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is a prequel novella to the Throne of Glass series. It is 5 novellas that happens before the events of the Throne of Glass, and I cannot wait to read it because I haven't read it yet. I've heard nothing but good things about this novella. I've heard it is just absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to read it. I'm also, after reading this book, going to be rereading Air of Fire. I'm actually going to be listening to it on audiobook, so I am excited. This is all in preparation for the release of Empire Storms in September. I cannot wait to read it. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And the last book I have on my TBR is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lani Taylor. This is the first book in this trilogy, and I honestly don't know a lot about this series, but that's how I like going into fantasy. I just love going into it blind. That's honestly my favorite way of reading a book, especially a fantasy novel. So I'm really excited to read this one because I've heard nothing but amazing things about it, and what really drew me to this series is what I've heard of the author's writing. So I cannot wait to read this and experience the author's writing. And that is all that I have for my August TBR. This TBR is honestly tentative. I might not pick up some of the books, and I might add to it. So I will be talking about the ones that I do pick up in my August wrap up. that is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, leave me a comment. I would love to know what you think about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.